The movie begins with John and Elise, a young married couple who's living in a rented home. They don't have an easy life. Elise is looking for a job but is having trouble finding one, and John works at a company where his supervisor continually criticizes him. On top of that, their landlord always bothering them and making their lives miserable. They're struggling financially and their savings are rapidly shrinking. One evening, they attend a party hoping for a break from their struggles. However, the party just serves to emphasize how alone they are. Just two of their friends engage with them while everyone else ignores them. The next day, while driving to buy groceries, their car got hit by a truck. Miraculously, they survived the accident unharmed. As they wait for the police to arrive, Elise notices an antique shop across the street. The shop owner, an elderly woman, is holding a beautiful brass teapot. Something about it captivates Elise. She can't take her eyes off it. When the shop owner steps away to take a phone call, Elise sees the opportunity. She sneaks into the shop, finds the teapot in the owner's room, and steals it. Back at home, Alice becomes so obsessed with the teapot, keeping it close all the time. One day, she accidentally hurts herself. She gets shocked to see money spew out of the teapot. She harms herself again, and more money shows up. She immediately discovers that the teapot pays for suffering. Meanwhile, John loses his job. When he returns home, he finds the entire house in a mess, and Alice is injured. Alice tells John everything about the teapot. After hearing everything, John feels that it's completely wrong and not the right way to earn money. But desperate for money, they begin hurting themselves to generate cash. John, however, feels uncomfortable. He warns Alice that this isn't a healthy way to live, but she dismisses his concern, convinced that teapot is a gift from God. One day, suddenly two mysterious twin brothers shows up, claiming the teapot belongs to their family. They demand the money Alice and John have earned from it. The brothers reveal that the teapot is cursed and warn them of its dangers. John and Alice go to the library, determined to find out more about the teapot. They learn that teapot is old and has been handed down through generations, bringing its owner both wealth and trouble. Alice secretly tears out a page detailing the teapot's dangers, hiding the truth from John. Her obsession with the teapot grows, and she convinced John to keep using it, promising they'll stop once they've earned enough money. With their newfound wealth, John and Alice buy a luxurious house, expensive cars, and throw lavish parties. But the teapot's influence begins to corrupt them. Alice becomes increasingly selfish and manipulative. She grows egoistically, distancing herself from her old friends and making new ones, while John, pure-hearted, continues to enjoy the company of his old friend. One night, a doctor who had previously shown interest in the teapot visits them. He warns them that the teapot is dangerous and urges them to give it up. But Alice refuses, saying that the teapot is their ticket to a better life. The doctor leaves, but his warning remains in John's mind. Over time, the pot's power keeps changing. Now, it was giving them money, even for others' pain. Because of this, they start taking the pot to places like hospitals and boxing clubs. Alice's obsession grows so much that she's about to hit someone with her car, but John quickly turns the steering wheel. Alice and John get into an argument, and she starts cursing him. At the moment, the pot gives them even more money. Realizing this, they start trying to hurt each other even more with their words, and they succeed. While they make money, the distance between them grows. Alice then reveals that she had a physical relationship with their landlord, which deeply hurts John. Enraged, John confronts the landlord but ends up beaten and humiliated. The teapot's influences destroy their trust and love for each other. Realizing the teapot's curse is too powerful, John decides to end it. He confronts Alice, asking her to choose between him and the teapot. When she hesitates, John knows he has to act, and he jumps out of a window. The teapot releases a flood of money, but John is left unconscious. Alice finally sees the damage the teapot has caused and finally decides to let it go. She apologizes to John for the teapot, but their former landlord secretly overhears the conversation and takes the pot away from them. They decide to get it back. They find the landlord, who has one damaged hand and a revolver in the other. A clash breaks out between John and the landlord. Just then, the landlord's wife arrives, also holding a gun. But before she can shoot Alice and John, the twin brothers shows up. They too have guns. A shootout erupts and everyone except Alice and John is killed. Because of this, the teapot gives them a huge amount of money. They collect all the cash and decide to give the teapot to the doctor. The doctor tells them only a few people have the strength to let it go, and you are one of them. In the final scene, we see the doctor throwing the teapot into the ocean, and that's how this movie ends. Thank you for watching.